Hey everyone, this is A&M Reviews. I'm Adrian.
I'm Muhammad. This is a podcast where we talk about movies
TV shows.
and all things superheroes.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube
Instagram,
and Twitter.
which will all be linked in the description of the podcast. Thanks for listening. Welcome back, everybody, to A&M Reviews. It's Muhammad and Adrian, and today we're going to review the film Happy Gilmore 2. And this film stars Adam Sandler as Happy Gilmore, Julie Bowen as Virginia, Christopher McDonald as Shooter McGavin, Benny Safdie as Frank Manatee, Ben Stiller as Hal L., and Bad Bunny as Oscar. But this film is about Gilmore returns to the sport of golf since his retirement after winning his first tour championship to finance his daughter's ballet classes. So, what did you get from the film Happy Gilmore 2?
Yeah, so Happy Gilmore it picks up kind of right where the first one left off um, back in '96, I believe, which is insane that this movie is that old. But Adam Sandler was very young when he did that movie, so kind of fits the timeline. But it's
Yeah,
uh, it's fun. I mean, it's an Adam Sandler comedy for sure, and a very classic movie. Um, Tons of fan service, tons of callbacks to the original, tons of cameos and funny bits and pieces for sure. So it was a fun watch.
I'm sorry, I muted myself for a second.
Mm,
um, yeah, it has definitely tons of cameos, some callbacks that I'm not really sure of.
sure.
I mean, they did show some flashbacks here and there, but honestly, it didn't hit that hard, mainly because I think I've only seen this. I don't know if I've even seen the full movie, the first
In
one
one
all the
sitting.
way. Yeah, in one sitting.
Yeah. To me, I'm trying to remember what channel it would have been. Was it TBS or TNT or AMC? One of those channels that's like old, but was on cable TV. They showed movies. Um, Maybe it's TBS. Who knows? But
Probably.
yeah, it's probably TBS. But it's one of those movies that just kind of has existed for so long and is a classic that there's tons of stuff. I don't think he can do Waterboy too. I feel like maybe as a
Too many
society,
offensive
uh,
jokes.
we just we may have moved past that time in comedy. Um, but
That's one
but
of his
this
best
was
ones.
it really is classic quotable lines. Um, I
That's
cannot
the one
get
I remember the
water.
most.
I can't get cold water without thinking about Mama's high quality H2O. Um,
Water sucks. It really,
eh,
really sucks.
right. So they probably won't be doing that with or Little Nicky. Remember that one?
Little
Uh,
Nicky.
that was he was the son of a demon and an angel, I believe, or I don't know if it was the devil and an angel. Um, and I don't think he knew that. He didn't know his parents, but he eventually did meet his parents, and it was a very wild movie, but also the same time period in Adam Sandler's comedy. So maybe we'll see that one come back. Who knows?
Possibly. But Waterboy definitely a classic. I think that might be my favorite movie of his. Because I think
Yeah,
that one came on all the time too.
yeah.
That one probably came on more than
Oh
all
yeah,
the other
yeah.
ones.
Waterboy. For me to know as many lines as I do, and that movie to be as old as it is, it had to have come multiple times. I don't think I had the VHS of the movie. I don't think we had that.
No,
Um,
I don't have any VHSs of his.
no, it was just that was on TV.
And that's one thing that we don't probably get as much of these days. I mean, you got more comedy movies back then, like memorable comedy movies.
Mm,
Nowadays, they don't put that much money into the comedy movies. I mean, they didn't put a
no.
lot back then into it, but they were more
And
prominent. Like
They just throw stuff at the wall now.
that's a part of it, and also I think they just don't get as much like backing behind it because
Mm,
those used to be the type of movies that you might see over the summertime. Like
yeah.
it was like a big movie. Oh, this comedian, they have
Hmm.
this going on. Like Adam Sandler was one of those.
Hmm.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Um, what's
I mean, Eddie Murphy.
yeah, Eddie
Um,
Murphy.
his
Um,
comedies. Bernie
what's his name?
Mac.
Bernie
Uh,
Mac, Will Ferrell.
well, yeah. Well,
You know, all of them. But that
it
doesn't
was
really happen anymore. It's all
no.
the huge over bloated big budget movies that at least 50% of the time fail at the
Oh,
box office. At
yeah.
least 50% of the time. Um, but maybe it'll switch around one day. Not I mean, not saying that I want a whole bunch of comedy movies, but
Hmm.
we just don't get these type of classics anymore.
No,
And
I think Netflix and Hulu and places like that are where it's going to happen. And hopefully makes enough money so they keep doing it.
yeah, possibly. Now I'm not sure if they'll go to the format of kind of like um, appointment television
Sure.
because pretty much the only appointment television these days is sports.
Mm,
Because I mean, Netflix they host some of
yep.
the sports games, like football. I think they've done. Oh,
Yep.
they did that boxing
Yep.
match that with
Yep.
was it Mike Tyson and
That's
Jake Paul.
right.
But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, they of course make plenty of movies, but Happy Gilmore is just another one of those movies that they've brought back from the past. And for this movie, it was I thought it was good to a certain point, but then it got really wild.
They said, you know what, we have a big budget and we have Adam Sandler. Let's just be goofy. I think they just let him I don't know if it's I'd say the second half or I would just say the last third of the film
Most definitely.
just lost the plot and said, let's just crack it. Let's have a Family Guy episode for the last 15 minutes and just see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it was just all over the place. They had some cameos of like, like some golfers,
Hmm.
some professional golfers. Even though I don't really watch golf like that, I did recognize, I guess, a couple of them.
Hmm.
Reggie Bush. I don't. Do you know who that is?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was in there as a kind of like a rival golfer
Hmm.
of the other company. And honestly, I don't know why he was even in there. I don't know the relevance. He kind of reminded me of A Train from The Boys.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, it just went crazy. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Like this makes no sense. Um, like it definitely had the story in the beginning, really the beginning and the middle.
Hmm.
Him being down on his luck. He's a heavy drinker, but he finds some passion again in golf and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
once they get to that competition at the end, it's just like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's almost all visual effects at this point. It is chaos and craziness. It looked hilarious. I can imagine they were filming it. Um, they were cracking up, with the stuff that was going on. But um, yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, and also, I don't really watch golf, but I've seen golf, throughout my life here and there.
Hmm.
I wonder why other people don't have that type of swing that he does, like the running swing. I guess it's not efficient. And
Not efficient. It just looks goofy. Yes, golf is definitely about fashion.
yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. When he wears like hockey jerseys or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably unrealistic that somebody who hadn't golfed in, like, I mean, almost a decade, and he just comes off the couch and he's playing with these professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I guess they had like I don't know if it's almost like a super villain, superhero type of element with the
Mm.
spy.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Where they made the golfers more powerful.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Almost like cheat codes in real life.
Yeah. Um, but I guess we can get into the story. So, I think you did mention it earlier where Adam Sandler, he's at the top of the world. He's won, I guess they call it the Masters in golf,
Huh.
the best of the best, what you can achieve in golf. Um, Gets one of those gold jackets. Um, but in one of these tournaments, he ends up killing his wife with a golf ball. They did it really goofily. Like it didn't seem like it was like super serious. I mean, she did
Mm-hmm.
die, but it seemed like they played it off as a joke. Um, but that set him all the way back. He had 5
Yeah.
children. I think 4 boys, 1 girl, and he pretty much had everything. He had the house, he had the kids, he had the wife. But whenever she died, a lot of that kind of went downhill with his life. He started drinking a lot, and then he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't able to keep up with his own self. But his kids were very supportive. I mean, they were there throughout everything with him. So that was nice to see. They didn't look down upon him or turn on
Mm-hmm.
him or anything. But he gets this motivation to start golfing again because his daughter wants to do some type of ballet, and it's really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And he's spent all of his money on alcohol, so he's like a chronic alcoholic. I mean, he has like alcohol in everything, like in his golf clubs, and I'm not sure if it was a book or something. He just had it all over the house and like a
Mm-hmm.
little bottle and everything. So he was always drinking. And I'm pretty sure it was just to wash away the pain from his wife dying from that golf ball. But then he goes and gets into the tournament
Mm-hmm.
with some old guys and like some past golfers. And he does kind of well, better than he thought. And I'm trying to remember some of the story because it's been a while, but
Mm-hmm.
but they end up competing against some of the um, current golfers, some of the professionals, and he actually ranks pretty high. But on his way to doing all of this, there's this guy named Frank who is trying to recruit him for this kind of new wave of golfing, almost like social media type golfing, where there's like tricks and um, flair to it. But he's like, "Nah, I don't want to be a part of your group or whatever." So he turns him down, and I think ends up hurting him in some type of way. I mean, accidentally, but the dude just
Mm.
he ends up turning into a punching bag. Um, so he's being played by Benny Safdie. Um, Now, I don't know if I guess he is, but is he one of the Safdie brothers? One of those guys who they produce or direct movies.
Mm-hmm.
Is he
Um,
Benny Safdie? Wait, it says yeah. He said he often collaborates with his brother Josh Safdie. Yeah, so I mean, you never heard of them before?
I don't think what I've seen them in.
Oh
Or what
yeah,
were they?
yep. That is him. Yep, because he did Uncut Gems.
Mm.
He directed that, which Adam Sandler was the main actor in that.
Mm.
Yep. But yeah, he's just a punching bag throughout most of this film. But he's
Yeah.
kind of like the the rival, or at least in charge of the rival golf uh, golf club or golf
Yeah,
profession.
I would say
I don't know what to
club.
call it.
I would say
Yeah,
a club. Um,
golf league. Maybe that's
mm,
better. Golf league. And that's kind of similar to real life because I know I can't remember what golfer it was. It might have been Tiger Woods at some point, or it was one of them where there was this golf league. I forgot the name of it, but it was maybe a part of like the Middle East or something. They were offering a lot of the most prominent golfers a lot of money just to play in their league so they could have more eyes and attention on them. And one of them, I can't even remember which one it was, but he ended up accepting the offer and he got a lot of backlash because of it. Um, but that actually kind of did happen in real life. It wasn't that long ago. I can't remember who it was, but a lot of them kind of followed suit. So, it kind of falls in line with what this movie does, where there's a rival league that wants to kind of just take some of those prominent names in the sport to play in their league. And that's pretty much what Benny is trying to do here with Adam Sandler. But, Adam, he's like, no, I don't want to really do it. I just want to get some money to pay for my daughter's ballet classes. And, that was most of the story going through the story. And, but he just, give me a second. Yeah, that was most of the story going through, just that build up with the rival leagues. But Shooter McGavin, he was kind of like that rival for Happy Gilmore in the first film. He's been in jail this whole time, and he kind of swore his revenge against Happy Gilmore because he thought he stole his shine and everything. And the guy who's in the rival league, what's his name? Benny, or Frank, really in the movie, Frank Manatee. He's kind of showing Shooter McGavin around. He's like, oh, I can do this and this and this for you. I know you hate Happy Gilmore. I want to get revenge against him too. But, he shows him that this one guy, he had something like a boot up his butt or something in the past. And that helped him drive the ball really far because his spine was more flexible, so he could bend his back more whenever he would wind up. And I guess that was the key to everything. So he kind of built a whole group of people that could have that same thing. And there was this golfer, Billy Jenkins, who was kind of like the main guy that he did it to, so he could kind of show up happy at the tournament. So he kind of removed his spine, or at least made his spine more flexible, so he could flip his hips more back, so he can hit the ball further. And it's like really cartoonish how he can just stretch or twist his body or contort it in different ways than you should be able to. And I guess he was in the first film. I can't honestly, I don't remember. I guess I don't know if he was the guy that he was choking or something. They showed a flashback.
yeah.
Billy Jenkins. His name.
Yes.
His name. Yeah, Billy Jenkins. He's actually, I think, related to the girl from Hannah Montana, the best friend. They have the same last name, and they look pretty similar too.
Emily Osment?
Yeah, his name is Haley Joel Osment. But yeah, so he had the surgery to remove his spine in some way, or at least to where he can contort his body to swing the golf club and hit the ball even further. And he becomes that rival that Happy goes against whenever they're going for the two battles or the battle of the two leagues to see which one will kind of reign supreme going forward from there. But there's just a lot of craziness that happens in that last third of the film where that really tall dude, was he in what's that movie? The Last Yard? Oh no, The Longest Yard. You know what I'm talking about? The football movie. Adam Sandler was in it. Chris Rock. Terry Crews. You know what I'm talking about? But was that same dude, the really tall dude? Is that the same one? He was in this movie with his mother.
Ooh.
Almost like that dude in Waterboy. You can do it all night long.
That's right. That's right. The flashback was good there, and
Yeah.
his assistant or coach, I guess, who had a false arm. Pretty good to have that callback into this one.
Was that his son, the really big dude?
Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was a good homage to TV
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, they had a lot of that. Honestly, it didn't hit too hard to me because I don't remember a whole bunch of this film. I kind of just remember highlights because I think that's mostly what I saw in the first place when I watched this movie. I always used to just see a little bit of it and then not watch the rest of it. But Waterboy, that was definitely one that I would go back and watch because it was just so funny and stupid.
Yeah,
And
the
really that he
golf
was playing
carts, the
football.
racing.
But yeah, really what happens is at the end, Happy's he wins the whole tournament. He ends up getting the money for his daughter to do the ballet classes. And honestly, most of that was kind of lost in the climax of this film. Because there was so many things just happening. So many new people were just coming in, just doing crazy stuff. And got a little bit too wild for me. It really got unfocused. What did you think?
Kind of like a cash grab. It was like, let's just put all the things people care about. Who care about the threes and Adam Sandler, and let's make a movie about it. Let's just find it. I thought they wrote the last part first, and they were working backward to find a schedule. Find a schedule that make sense, like Sausage Party or something.
Oh yeah, that movie. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know that movie's almost 10 years old. Did you know that?
No.
I think it came out in 2016. Sausage Party.
Wow.
That
And
doesn't
they had
seem
a
like it.
sequel, I think. Or were they just planning a sequel?
It was either a sequel or a show or something like that. It was some type of spinoff. I didn't watch it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that movie was crazy. But this, yeah, it kind of was a cash grab. I mean, I don't think they really need to bring this back. I had a few laughs from it, but it was nothing special. Nothing that really brought back like, oh, this is classic Adam Sandler. Really, I like to see more of the serious roles for him. I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Uncut Gems classic. Right?
Classic? Yeah. That's a classic now.
Yeah. It's well put together.
Uh, yeah, I think it is a well put together film. But yeah, a little complex character that he played. I forgot the name. Was it Hal? Something like that.
I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that. But he was into jewelry and stuff. And he was a huge gambler, which is complicated a lot of things
Dangerous.
for him. But let's go ahead and give this one a rating. So the lowest rating is trash, middle is background noise, and the highest is a banger. So, how would you rate the film Happy Gilmore 2?
I'll give Happy Gilmore 2 a high background noise. Um, it's not a banger, it doesn't do anything new for me, but it is literally noise. And if we had regular cable again, it would literally background noise on all of our TVs because one of those channels will be playing it nonstop. But we live in a very digital society, one where you see TikTok send to a friend. Um, so not quite the same environment as was 1996. But they still, and I think the whole point of the movie really was talking about old traditions and old golf and making it new. And should you make everything new with technology because you can, um, or should things just remain as they are? Maybe golf doesn't need to change. And uh, but it was a fun watch for sure.
Yeah, I think it was fun for the most part.
Yeah,
It's a mid-level background noise for me, kind of, right there in the middle. Nothing
sure,
really too special. Doesn't really add a whole bunch to, you know, the overall series of this. But hopefully
sure.
they don't continue to make another one. I mean, it really does not need another one. They really
No.
need to stop coming up with these older films, trying to bring them back because
The
it doesn't really add too much. And Netflix is a
older
part
comedians
of
are bored.
doing a lot of that
The old
because they
comedians are bored, and they're like, no, why not?
well, yeah, it's an easy check.
Yeah.
But they did the same thing with Eddie Murphy. Was it last year? Was it
Yes.
Axel F or what was it called? Beverly Hills Cop.
That's right.
I I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, but I was just like, okay,
Uh,
it wasn't really necessary. But
no.
I guess we live in a world where they think people only want nostalgia and explosions.
Michael Bay.
Yeah. Um, but any other thoughts about Happy Gilmore?
No, it was a good time. It was a good watch. And I think if you like Adam Sandler, you'll like this. And I mean, who hasn't seen this movie? Or the first one, right? So I think it'd be a fun one to watch again and remind yourself of what that original was like and this new take with this one.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think that does it for us at Any Reviews. Thank you everybody for listening. Make sure to check out our other platforms, including YouTube, Instagram, and X, which are all linked in the description. And if you want to send us a message, click the message link to get featured on the show. And thanks for listening.